I'm here with Mike Vacanti, trainer, writer, fitness expert. It was great talking to you, Mike. It's great. We had some troubles at first, but I'm glad we're finally on.
I apparently don't understand technology at all, but now we got the phone set up. We're good. You can hear me.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, dude.
It's a clearer image with the phone. What phone is that?
Yeah, I don't know. A 6 Plus. But now they have like the new iPhone just came out yesterday or whatever. So.
Oh yeah, it just came out, man. What's funny is I was gonna show you. I just got like a 6 Plus, not knowing another one's gonna come out.
There's a new phone coming right out. I don't know. Do you know if the new camera? I didn't know if that was one of the features that was going to be better, like higher quality video.
I don't think it's better enough. You can do 4K, right? 4K, but I don't know. Like without getting too techie, it's like for a 4K, like 4K out of this lens is going to be a little different than 4K out of this lens, you know, like, or you know what I'm saying, like how much light can get in the lens counts too. So I don't know. I think it's kind of semantics, but what do I know? I'm just a guy.
And I'm shooting like videos on my shitty iPhone that have whatever quality, so who knows?
No, it's good. I mean, this is a good camera though. It's a good camera, you know. So that's part of the reason why we got, because I already had a phone. I had a Note 4. So like now I just got this because we needed another one because people would call while I'm filming.
Yeah, right.
Not even me.
And then you got to restart. I know you got to put on either airplane mode or just get another phone, which is probably the better solution.
Yeah, you know, if you got it like that, man. But tell the people more about yourself, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm a trainer. I'm actually in an office because I train one client in person, guy by the name of Gary Vaynerchuk. So I'm in New York, and he owns this. Yeah, has a very big social media presence. A lot of what he does is social media. 500-person agency, and they do digital social marketing for a bunch of companies. But he, probably a year and a half ago now, 14 months ago, was like, I had trained him in the gym a little bit before. He was like, Mike, I want to take things to the next level. I have this super rogue idea. Like, let's jump on the phone. It's like, okay. So I, at the time, was working in a gym and doing online coaching stuff. And he was like, I want a trainer to follow me around everywhere I go. And he's traveling 100 days a year. Like, he's on vacation with his family 7 weeks a year. He's like, I want you there by my side all the time, like taking care of my nutrition, training every single day in the gym. I'm like, GV, we don't have to work out every day to see results. He's like, no, I want to cement this for 2 straight years. Like, basically, are you in? And so that's where I am right now. That's what we're doing. So I'm in his office right now. I literally just brought him like a protein shake and a bowl of cereal. I got him in this muscle gain phase. So that's what I'm doing.
2 years you're following him around.
Yeah, and we're over a year in. He lost, like, we leaned out quick, so he's 5'8", kind of skinny fat to start, not very strong. So we dropped like 25 pounds right out of the gate, and now he's gotten much stronger, put on a little bit of muscle, and as we head into winter, the goal is add size without adding body fat.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. That's awesome. I didn't know you guys were in New York, man. I'm in New York right now. We could have did this in person.
You're in New York? Where are you? Or what part of the city?
I live in Queens, but we have our offices here in Upper East Side is where we're at right now.
Got it.
We're working out of this apartment right now. This is like our nobody lives here. We've been renting different apartments every week to work. The team works out of, and then everyone.
It's the office apartment.
Yeah, because it's a gym here. There's a gym here, so we film a lot of videos in the gym. That's why we rent the offices, right? I mean, apartments for offices. We get the gyms, and we can like film on the roofs, and there's Central Park's right over there, so it's pretty cool.
Dude, that's amazing. That's smart.
Thank you. Hey, thank you.
Yeah, so I'm literally on Park and 23rd right now. You're like,
oh wow,
30 blocks up.
Yeah, damn, that's crazy. Oh, it's a good thing we fumbled around with the internet for half an hour.
Yeah, right. So good.
No, man. So when you travel a lot with him. How often do you travel?
So if he goes on a day trip, which he actually does, he'll go to the West Coast for a day, come back, I won't go there. Like, I trust him enough to do his cardio on his own when he's going to do that. But any other time, I was in Southampton with he and his family for 3 weeks in August because they were, he was working from there a little bit. He was on vacation. And so I'm literally crashing in the guest bedroom, like hanging out downstairs and then making sure his meals are on point. He gets a workout in every day.
So what happened to your life, man? Like,
yeah, right. No kidding. It's actually one of the reasons I did it was because he's so smart at building businesses, right? He's like, marketing is his thing, that I wanted to absorb as much of that as possible. And I didn't have to give much up in terms of business stuff. So I still run my own coaching stuff. I can still write, obviously. I have plenty of time. But location wise, yeah, like if I had a girlfriend right now, she'd be pissed because I'm gone half of the year.
Yeah.
But he's a cool guy.
I'm like that. Mine's like that now. I'm like that now. They get over it.
Yeah, right. I made it back to Minnesota, where I'm from, last week though. So like, there's a little bit of time off here and there.
That's all. So how many hours a day do you work out with him?
With him, and like an hour every day.
Damn. So what do you guys do the other 23?
Yeah, right. He literally, like, this dude,
you
should check him out. He just works his face off. Like, he wants to buy the New York Jets is his big picture goal. Yeah. So hardcore businessman, and he goes all the time. And I'm not.
I read Crush It
like
actually when I was first starting out, like with internet marketing and social media and stuff, yeah. Crush It. Yeah. Jab, uppercut.
Yeah, right. Yeah. jab, right hook. I like uppercut better, actually.
Oh yeah, hey man, that's my spin on it, because you
can. do you box?
I have. Not like I've never been in a ring, but I've been one of my the guy who taught me how to lift weights when I was younger. He was a Golden Gloves champion, so we did boxing and stuff, like training with. And I did some Muay Thai kickboxing training, but I had to cut all that stuff out. Do you box or anything?
No, and I would get my ass kicked in a fight. Like, I think I put the gloves on and hit the heavy bag once, and like wrist kind of hurt. I was just like, I don't know if this is for me.
Yeah, it's not very real. How do you get into like these celebrity clients kind of thing? Because I've had a few like B-list celebrity clients, and I've had some NFL players, but like they've all kind of reached out to me just because of my social media was so robust. How did you? Yeah, right. How did this come about?
So, out of college, I worked an accounting job. Like, I was working 60 hours in an office. Absolutely hated every single day of my life for a year and a half, 2 years. I quit and got into fitness as a trainer at that point, rather than just for myself. And shortly after, there was an internship in New York City posted. I was living in Chicago at the time, with John Romanello, who writes and does online fitness stuff.
Yeah.
He was Gary's trainer at that time. And so I moved out here, started working for free for Roman, and then he promoted me, was working more full time for him. And then when he had to move to Los Angeles, Gary needed a new trainer, and he just kind of passed me off. He's like, Mike's great. You guys should meet. You guys should talk. And yeah, so it was that introduction how I met Gary.
If Roman was training him, why was he fat when he got with you? Like why?
That's a good question. It's like I'm just throwing him under the bus.
Yeah, no, man.
There was
that book away. What was that, Man 2.0, brother?
And
I'm just joking.
And he was in the alpha.
He was podcasts later like this month.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was just joking.
Yeah. It was actually when he was writing the book, and I think Gary had Thank You Economy coming out at the time, or maybe it was Jab. They both had books coming out. They both got busy, and then there was like a year or at least 10 months where workouts just weren't happening. So kind of in between Roman training him, a year off, and then I came in and there's a little damage done in that year. Yeah.
Yeah, no, a year of not training will. I mean, I assume, I don't know what that's like, but I
Yeah, right.
there will be detriment. It's not optimal. It's not optimal. Yeah, man, that's awesome, man. That's like, so how? So it's 2 years, but you still do online training. Like, tell me more about that. 'Cause people always ask me to do online training. Like, I have courses and stuff that I sell online, but I never train people one on. How does that work?
Yeah. So it starts out with an assessment, but like, and the courses versus, if it's a book or if it's coaching, the upside of coaching is that I can go deeper with each person, right? Like I can spend more time talking with each person. If they're paying a little bit more and I have fewer clients than I would sell to, like we can go deep about whatever subjects like they need to, because a lot of people aren't, like, there are psychological, there are emotional issues, there are even like lifestyle issues or just misconceptions that I pick up on in those conversations. So they fill out a assessment. I get that. It takes about a week for me to put together their program, and their program is a training program and a nutrition plan, and not like, I will give sample meal plans. So here's a day of what this type of eating looks like for X person. But it's not like you have to eat this at 4 o'clock and you have to measure it exactly, blah, blah, blah. I try to make it sustainable so that they can take these skills and apply them forever. So put together the program. Every week I send out an update form, weight, measurements, how are things going? Do you have upcoming events? Maybe you're in a wedding and there's going to be like a bachelor party, groom's dinner, whatever. How can we navigate that? And yeah, so the weekly updates, and it depends on the person, but maybe they'll get a new training phase in 4 weeks, or maybe they're an intermediate, they're making awesome progress, they're getting stronger, and we'll stay with the same type of programming for 8 or 10 or 12 weeks. It kind of varies from person to person.
I got you. How often do you contact that? When you're doing that, how often do you like talk to them, or is it all email?
All email based.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you give like a sample meal plan, and then they follow, you see what's working and you see what's not, and you make adjustments accordingly. Is that how it works?
Yeah. And like, it depends on the client again. Like some people just aren't going to be able to follow exact macronutrients regularly or even get close just because they're so busy. Some people's brain just doesn't work like that. Like counting things out exactly doesn't make sense. So we'll go to a more generic, keep calories about in this range and then follow a few rules. Try to eat 2 servings of vegetables a day. Try to sub out like this fatty protein source for this leaner protein source, making those swaps that are essentially going to put them in a better position, have them, because 80 or 90% of my clients, their primary goal is fat loss or to look better. So it's making sure they're in a deficit, have them following a strength training program that makes sense for them, what kind of equipment they have access to, what they like doing. And yeah, going from there and adjusting from there based on whether it's working or not.
So it's based on, the assessment is how you make the protocol. So it's not like a one size fits all kind of thing. It's like base it off with their goals and what they like, or
their goals, what they're doing, like how much time they have. So you might have someone who is a workaholic. I'll give you an example, like this girl, accountant, who works 70, 80 hours a week, but she wants to be working out for an hour and a half a day too. And it's like, given everything that's going on in your life, given how little you're sleeping right now and how stressed you are, it would be better to make your workouts a little bit shorter. Take that time and like go chill out, go have a glass of wine once in a while, go sleep an extra hour and like actually recover. And you're going to see better results. You're going to feel better. Yeah, exactly. Because her cortisol levels are like up here. In fact, a couple of weeks ago or last week, I was like, look, we're not working out this week at all. I want you to legit take a 1 week training break. I want you to sleep really well every night, and just brought her calories up a little bit. And she emailed me at the end of the week. It was like, I didn't believe you when you said this, but I actually am down a pound and like I feel a lot better.
Exactly. Dude, I want people to start saying that, man. Like I said online, I keep the cortisol low instead of chill.
Yeah, right. I keep the cortisol low.
Spreading it around, that's my gift That's my gift to the world. Like I wanted to spread like off the hook, or like pussy
Yeah.
on the chain wax or something like that. I wanted to spread.
That's how you reach the non-fitness population too, right? Like you make it a household saying. Keep the cortisol low.
Yeah,
I'll start spreading it, bro.
That's
I'll
my
give you
goal.
credit too.
Gary wants to buy the jets. I want people to start saying, "Hey, keep the cortisol low."
Keep it low, and then to actually do it.
Well, listen, the Jets, he's going to get a deal. He's doing whatever it is. Listen, being a Jets fan is not good for keeping the cortisol low.
No, not at all.
It's not. You're from Minnesota, you said?
Yes.
Okay, you live in Chicago. I'm from Chicago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man, Southside.
Okay, I lived in Wrigley for like 8 months.
Oh, yeah, all right, cool.
Kind of near the stadium, yeah.
And now you live everywhere, or like where's like base?
No, Hell's Kitchen in Manhattan.
Oh man, that's where it's so crazy, because that's where our apartment was last week.
In the last week's office setup?
Yeah, last week's office was in this building called the Mercedes Building, right in Hell's Kitchen. Yeah.
Are you guys finding some nice apartment gyms to be able to do stuff out of?
You know, some of them are like the one in Hell's Kitchen was fucking awesome, but we had this one is kind of cool. This one's cool. This one's cool. It's Airbnb until we find until we like really, it takes a minute to find it's probably we're spending way too much money, right? But whatever, it ain't tricking if you got it right. So we're trying to find the one that's you find the right space, and then when all right, this is home base, because you can't see because they're over here with their headphones on, like I
got it. Is the intern over there?
Yeah, the intern's right here. And then
nice.
And then people come in there, but it's good to have a central location. But Gary has an office in Hell's Kitchen?
Gary's office is in Flatiron, technically. And then my apartment is in Hell's Kitchen. Gary actually lives on the Upper East Side where you are now. And,
this is crazy.
And so his apartment gym is, yeah.
Why didn't she just tell us to meet up? Why did she do it?
I know. But speaking of apartment gyms, we literally got to the point this morning where, so his dumbbells go up to 75s, which is pretty decent for like a hotel gym, apartment gym. But now on the flat dumbbell bench, he just banged out his work sets of 5 reps with 75s. And so now we're going to have to like order new dumbbells. I don't know what we're going to do.
That's crazy. You know what? I have some at home. Like sometimes I work at home and my dumbbells go up to 100. They're adjustable.
Okay.
But
the power blocks or one of those?
Nah, man, they're cheaper ones. They're all chrome, so they look kind of cool. The power blocks, man, if one thing breaks on it, like I've seen it happen, like, or like even the Bowflex one. If one thing, well, first of all, yeah, if one thing breaks, then it's like the whole thing's like you're screwed.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll just get mine to be all iron and it'll last forever.
Nice. And those work well?
Yeah, they work well. I mean, I'd rather go to a gym, but like a lot of times I work out. It's just just out of convenience. It's easier to just work out at home, and
yeah, I hear you.
I like to have the option. Oh yeah, the option.
Quick pump day, or like go get a
yeah. I mean, going to 100 is. That's pretty good. Like if you.
yeah. I didn't. 100s is no. Pump
yeah, that's pretty.
Actually,
damn.
A lot of women.
Okay, Mike. You need to go to 2. They don't make dumbbells big enough.
I get a lot of women who work out at home who don't like the power blocks just because they're kind of clunky and like awkward shaped. So I'll start suggesting the chrome.
No, don't. They look.
Oh, really?
They look really cool, but they're just like they get fresh. Like the power blocks is way more convenient and easy. They might like the dumbbell, the Bowflex ones. Those look cooler, whatever.
Yeah.
How many clients are you able to take on at once with the online thing? Is there a limit? Is there a point of diminishing returns?
Yeah, absolutely. And the point of diminishing returns is when I can't provide as good a service, like, or when I am like running out of time, right? So Gary takes an hour of a day with the workouts, and then another hour and a half where I'm making sure he has food. But between meals, like, I'm just hanging out and I'm working. So coaching is my full-time job. And whether I want to be working 40 hours a week or I want to be working 60 hours a week, it depends on how many clients I have, basically, because that's what I'm spending most of my time doing, is communicating with them. So when I first started, when I first started and actually had clients, I had around 8 or 10, and that was super overwhelming for me, just because I didn't have systems in place. I hadn't done it. I wasn't experienced at it. But now I can take on 40 or 50 clients and feel good and feel like I can provide good service for everyone. And like, I'm responding to email every single day. I can be on point with that. So it just depends on how busy I am and how much time I want to be working.
This might be self-indulgent, but what are the systems?
What are my systems?
Your free consultation. This is what happened. This is all elaborate plot.
No. And then I'm gonna sell you, and then I'm gonna charge you for my systems. Systems was probably a bad word, because I don't like my systems are Microsoft Excel and like my thought processes. But to give you some examples, like the information I include in a client's profile, I used to, if I was replying to an email, I might have to look back and dig up their weight at a certain date, or like their starting weight, or I don't know, measurements, just like from their recent update forms, just so I get a feel for where they are. Now I include all relevant information within their profile. So I have this profile, I have the email, and I can look and know everything about them. And if like something important comes up, or something I really want to remember for them, if they have something they need help with, like a wedding coming up and they want to jam on like, all right, how am I going to navigate this and not like completely blow my diet and have 5,000 calories a day? Throw that in there so I remember, so I can bring it up before that date. So like keeping all relevant information in the same spot. And you're like, this isn't a system. This is just like common sense.
No, that is good. There's a lot. I mean, because I know a lot of my viewers are trainers. So like this, like people will be interested in hearing this. Like, how do you like? And I know how I would market. Like if I market it, I'll just send an email. But to the list. But if you're a trainer starting, how would you get into this sort of training as opposed to being in the gym?
Having eyeballs on you somewhere on the internet, and whether that means having a billion YouTube views or whatever, or like writing, or and podcasting is huge now, obviously. So bringing guests on, like anywhere where you can help people and add value, and they find you and want your help. So providing, like working hard and providing free content, having a blog, YouTube channel, Instagram, whatever it is.
You probably, I'm sure you learned a little bit of that from Gary, right? He knows something about it, right?
He knows a little something, I think, just a little. He actually, so I started doing this jab uppercut.
Yeah, uppercut hook. That's my spin on it. That's my book that I'm coming out with. It's jab, jab. Ooh, that's the combo.
Yeah.
Yeah. The uppercut is like, I don't know what that means yet, but I'll figure it out.
I hope now that I think about it, I just got a text. I hope I don't get a call while we're on this, because I got my phone.
That's right. That's right. You're on the phone. Yeah, I mean,
no one. I feel like no one calls anymore. It's all text.
Yeah, I hope people don't call me. Like my phone doesn't even ring. I don't even remember the last time it rang. Like I keep it on. Like I've been going last few years. I've been trying to train everyone in my life to text me only. And it's starting to work. And my mom, she's finally got it where she texts, call me. And then I call her. But I don't think
and then you call, and it might be 10 minutes later, a half hour later, but you get to control when. Yeah.
I don't like the interruption. Like calling is like, oh, now I got to talk to you now because you called me.
Even if I get it, and like random numbers, I'm never answering random numbers. It's like
never.
Sometimes I don't check voicemails for many weeks either. Calling's gonna die.
I don't even have my voicemail set up. Don't leave me voicemail. Bad
People
idea.
can't leave you voicemails?
No. I mean, I think it's probably full. Like this person's voicemail is full, and I've never checked it. I never plan on it. Like, 'cause you shouldn't have called me in the first place. You knew better. You knew the protocol.
Yeah. Don't take it to the next level and leave a voicemail.
Yeah, I mean, that's just me though. Like that's how like I went. It took a long time to get to this place where I can avoid human contact.
Humans are the worst.
Oh man, it sucks, bro. That's why I like your business model, man, because you don't have to talk to nobody. It's like internet. Yo, it could be a goddamn robot. We can find
to find a robot to just do it and program all the answers.
I mean, listen,
if you figure out how, let me know.
I'm gonna hire like the Google. Me and you need to go over to Soho, the Google headquarters, Soho.
And have them figure it out.
One of them fucking nerds, man. They'll do it for like $1,000. They'll come up with some algorithm for us. I swear.
To your question, you said you have a lot of trainers that follow, that watch.
Yeah.
I actually just met with a girl last week who's training in a gym on the Upper East Side and wants to do more online. And it's really just, and you know this because you do it, it's about putting out helpful content regularly.
Exactly.
And like consistently. Like you can't post once every 3 weeks and expect to gain any traction doing that. Especially early on, it has to be, not necessarily every day, but as often as you can when it's good and when it's helpful. And like, I hate to say this because it's really vain, but you should, if you're trying to teach people to be in shape, you should be in shape, because that's going to, like, people are just going to believe you and respect you more. Not everyone who's ripped is smart, but it is going to allow you to have more eyeballs.
It's certain level of credibility, right? You want to walk the walk. People want to believe you walk the walk,
Exactly. And if you are, use the channels that allow you to display that. Use video, use photo, and let that be known.
A personal trainer is like a homeless success coach.
What's that?
Overweight personal trainer is like a homeless success coach.
Yeah.
You got to walk the walk, man. You got to be qualified to teach what you're teaching. I think.
I completely agree. And even if I didn't agree, like, the market has spoke, right? Like, you don't see people like someone who isn't in shape with a huge following for training. It just
unless it's like what I've noticed for me is just like there's all social media. I mean, there's different venues have different protocols, similar, but the main thing is just post stuff that people like all the time. Like, how do you build a big following? Like when I got to 1 million Facebook followers, everybody's like, how you get to 1 million? How you get 1 million? I just post stuff that people, I just kind of tested to keep trying things, find out when they like. When I found the stuff they like, I just started flooding them with it, and then
giving them more of it.
Yeah. Give people what they want, man. Find what they want and give it to them, and seems to.
And they'll share it and tell their friends, and
yeah. I mean, and that's basically, that's crush it in one sentence, right?
Yeah, it's true. Find something you like and just do it.
Yeah, it was a good book, man. Like, I remember like that book. Like, when I first was about to start going online, I bought Crush It. Same day. I remember like Crush It and 4 Hour Work Week the same day.
Yeah.
And those
two good books.
Yeah, they were influential for me. What have you learned from Gary that maybe like or what have you seen or something that's like, oh man, this was valuable just from being around him?
Yeah. So one thing I've noticed from being around him, I mean, every single day outside of like 10 days for the last 14 months, I never understood how hard someone could work. Like, I used to believe you'll see things like willpower is limited and you can only work productively 6 hours a day, and then your brain like just goes to mush. And so like make it a good 6 hours and then do whatever. Just even research or studies that say things like that, he has just completely changed that for me. Like, he literally goes, we train at 6 a.m. almost every day, and his schedule is packed until 11 or midnight. He'll have drinks at 6, drinks at 7, like these networking business meetings, like dinner. Sometimes he'll have 2 dinners in a night, going to some kind of event late at night, and then he'll sleep. Sleep varies from person to person, right? Like Some people somehow get by on 5 or 6 hours. Other people need 7 or 8. But actually utilizing and be efficient with every hour in the day that you want to put towards work. I get that there needs to be a balance, but he showed me that that was possible when I think going into it, I thought I was working hard and I really wasn't.
Yeah. That's the same thing my intern. That's the same thing the intern
says about you.
Yeah, he was like, you know this is live, right? Oh, yeah, man. See, he's learning. He's learning.
Something valuable contribute.
You say it, you just gotta say it so it's audible. Yeah, come over here. Come over here and give me praise. Give me praise. Yeah. Say it.
I thought the same exact thing when I started working with him. Like exactly the same thing you said. The dinner, like using dinners to network, waking up early in the morning, going to sleep optimally. Like there's no free time whatsoever. Like it's all work.
we never had we got TVs here. Never none of that. All right, now get back to work.
Right? Yeah. No, but that's cool. That's just a testament to the fact that you're doing it. Right?
Yeah,
like you're living it, you're putting in the work, you're being effective with your time, obviously, and teaching him, which is great.
Yeah, man, that's like it was what I want to say, I forgot. Yeah, what happened?
No, I have a question for you.
What's up?
What drives you to like create so much and do so much? Like, and there's not like one answer, but some of the things.
I think it's, well, for me, man, I think it's like, it might be a fear, right? Like it might not be, I don't know if it's healthy. Like I'm at the point where like, I don't know if it's mentally healthy, right? Like, because it might be like a fear of going back to poverty. Like I want to make it to a point where it's not possible to, and then, but is that, so like that's a fear, right? But like, you know, like what Freud says, right? Everybody's either they're trying to avoid pain and move towards pleasure, right? So that would be the fear, the pain part. But in the pleasure part is like, there's a lot of, where I'm from, right? There's not a lot of hope. Like I know those kids don't feel like they can accomplish it, or even like live, you know, like to be my age, right? It's not something they think about, so it's like I'd like for kids from where I'm from, or environments where I'm from, to be like, oh man, I can be successful without being a rapper or a basketball player, right? So like that's like that's a big motivation for me.
Showing people that it can be done, helping them get there, and literally changing lives for the better.
Yeah, that's what it really does. Like, there's not a lot of precedence for that. Like, you know.
Yeah.
In my community.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You're putting in the work too.
Yeah. I mean, this is the point where I think it's like, do you think it's compulsive, man? Like, do you think, like, honestly, do you think, like, even Gary, you don't have to shit on your boss, but like, do you think it's mentally healthy? Like sometimes I think, like, man, like, I could not stop. Like I'm not in control. I don't think I'm in control anymore. I don't think I can stop. Like it's not as noble as it sounds, right? It's like, this is a compulsion.
I don't think it's unhealthy, because when I look at the other end of the spectrum, it's like you are doing so much more. Your impact is so much greater than if you were not to be working. Okay, I thought we disconnected. And like, honestly, all right, here's an example. People work their whole lives to retire, right? And when they retire, they just don't have to do anything, and that seems like this luxury. I think that people are happier, and I think they are more mentally stable when they are working, when they are doing something, when they're creating something, when they're building something, than being at the point where they're just like sitting and like lounging and just watching 10 hours a day of like Fox News and like arguing about politics, and just like letting like when the brain becomes less active when you're not working, I think that puts people in a bad place. And whether that means you're 70 years old like that, or you're trying to live this balanced life and only working 6 or 7 or 8 hours a day with an hour lunch break, you know, screwing around in the afternoon, and then you go home, and from 5 until you go to bed, it's like have 3 beers, watch TV, whatever. Like your brain is rotting. You could be having an impact during that time. Now, do you have to be working? No, of course not. Everyone can choose their own path, but to say that it's obsessive or to allude to the fact that it's bad to work a lot is just silly to me.
Oh, all right. Okay. Yeah.
So no, I don't. To get really serious on.
No, that's good. No, that's good, man.
I don't think it's an obsession, or if it is, I don't think it's bad.
Oh, okay. No, it is an obsession, but I'm glad. I appreciate it.
That I don't think it's bad. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's like, I don't know, like but even like hearing that story, like you talking about how much he works, I'm like, damn, I could be doing more, but I don't think I can because I need more sleep. I just know like I function like last night. For whatever reason I couldn't sleep. You know, I took some workout too late and I worked out late.
Yep.
We worked at like 11 yesterday. Yeah, we were at like 11 yesterday, and I think that's too late for me to take pre-workout, and I couldn't really sleep. So I know I'm not optimal today, so I can't.
And how much did you sleep? Oh, you just didn't sleep well. How much do you normally sleep?
Man, I really try. If I prefer to get 9 hours of sleep a day, but I get probably 7 or 8. Like on average, I'm like somewhere between 7 and 8. But I know that's not optimal. That's not optimal. I'm not as serious about my fitness goals right now. Like it's kind of like it's it's not in the forefront. I prioritize business right now.
Yep.
But I do it in seasons. I don't know if this makes sense. So like later in this, like probably the fourth quarter of the year, I'll prioritize fitness, and maybe the first quarter too. And then I'll be sleeping 9-10 hours a night.
Yeah.
And then I'll go back, and then as spring and then for the rest of the year I'll probably prioritize business. But I'm at a point where I'm comfortable to do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Maintaining with your physique and like really focusing on trying to grow the business. I'm actually the same way, except recently I've been super into fitness for myself for the first time in like 2 years. So I'm trying to sleep at least 8-9 hours when I can get it, and dedicate, like I put my training time in my most productive time. So mid-morning, I'll go get the workout in when the gym's not super busy, eating a lot, trying to put on some size and strength. So that's funny that I've never heard of anyone else doing that, like shifting between fitness and business goals.
Yeah, I can tell. Look at your face; it looks clear. You look fresh face, and every time the face switches, it looks like the fucking Grim Reaper. You know, like my old ass. Look at.
I don't know about that, bro.
It exacerbates how fucking sleepy I am. Yeah, man. No,
just bury it with caffeine. But then you get in the endless cycle, and then the next night sleep's no good.
Yeah. That's what that's weird, right? Because I was like, all right, well, the only thing that's gonna, I had too much caffeine and I stayed up, and the only thing that's gonna fix that is more caffeine. You know?
Yeah, just endless cycle.
I'm gonna stop at I'm gonna work out earlier today, and then try to end it. I'm gonna really tire myself out when I work out today, trying to need it. And I'm
put yourself to bed.
Yeah, you know what else? Let me ask you a question. Like I'm cutting right now because we're going to Olympia next week. We got a booth for our supplement company, and I'm gonna that's what we're doing here. Like we the supplement company, Grow Laboratories, and we have a pre-workout, fat burner. We have a bunch of other products coming out this
Oh,
season.
nice.
Yeah. But so I want to be ripped. We got a booth at the Olympia. I'm gonna be posing with people, and those pictures are gonna live forever, right, on the internet. And but I haven't been, I'm in a deficit, serious deficit. Do you find you don't sleep as well when you're in a deficit? Because that's what I'm finding.
Depends for me, it depends how long I've been in the deficit. Because if I've been dieting for a long time, and and stress levels are even higher, then yes, absolutely. But if I were to transition from gaining muscle and like in my first few weeks in a deficit after I'd been in a surplus for 3 months, I think I would be okay. But in general, yeah, a huge deficit and worse sleep makes sense.
Yeah. I think I'm experiencing that too.
Yeah, but it's worth it for those pictures.
Yeah, because like man, some people think like, oh man, Brandon's all flabby in person.
Bro, what's the highest body fat percent you've been in the last like couple years?
Maybe 14, 12 or 14, something like in that range.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you not had abs in the last few years?
No.
Yeah, right. So like,
but my abs are like, I spend time like building them up to make them extra thick, right? With like weighted ab stuff. So like, I think
they show through at higher body fat percent.
What'd you say?
So they show through at a higher body fat percent than like most people.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yeah, where most guys are be flattened out, but mine are like eight little fists. Yeah, and like punching through the fat.
Are you where you want to be as far as like getting lean for Vegas?
No. Next week I will be though. It's usually like the second or third week because I only need to cut for like 2 or 3 weeks to really. I'm never more than 2 weeks. That's kind of like how from being like photo shoot ready, right? So, but it's like next week. That's when it really. Yeah, I'll be good.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
I want to try that pre-workout. I'm gonna order some. Where can I get some?
Brian, you told me the Rebellion. Thanks, man. Oh, good. It's Rebellion pre-workout. Pop and chip flavor is the only flavor we get that's out, and you get on Amazon or brolaboratories.com. Little product.
Little product placement in there.
Little product placement. I didn't even mean to do that, but listen, it worked. So I couldn't sleep it off. Like it works.
Awesome.
To my detriment last night,
I actually need a good pre-workout. Right now I'm training fasted, and so I'm like I'll have coffee and then I'll have some branch chains, but I don't have a pre-workout I like right now. So
try
to give it a shot.
Oh man, how long are you gonna be in New York?
The foreseeable, like at least another year.
Oh, I mean like. I didn't mean like how long you would live there. I mean like when do you leave? Like, are you gonna be in town for like tomorrow? Because I can bring it to you.
Oh no, I'll buy some. I'm happy to support you. But yeah, I think I'm going to Indy for the Jets. Jets Colts in Indy. So it's like Gary's going there, I'm going there. That's in a week and a half.
He has season tickets. I mean,
he has season tickets, and then he goes to like a handful of road games a year.
That's what I want to do with the Bulls, Chicago Bulls. That's my team.
You big Bulls fan?
Yeah, I don't want to buy it though. I don't want to have too much responsibility. It's like I love it too much that I don't want to like take care of it. Like I want to love it far.
How old are you?
I'm 30. I'll be 33 next week. Like Pippen.
So you grew up in the Jordan era.
Yeah. I grew up in the 90s. How old are you, man?
I'm 28.
Oh man, look at that young fella. I tell you what, when you're my age.
I don't know if you can say that on 4 years, can you?
Yo, man, that's cool, man. Like you know what I like? I've never had I've been a trainer for over 10 years. I've never had 40 clients. So that's interesting,
really?
Man. Yeah, man. People ask me to do online training, but I never did. I did coaching, like life coaching, like for a minute. I experimented with that, and that was kind of fun because I would talk to them for 2 hours. But your thing is different. A lot, and I was talking to what's his name, man? Okay. I was talking to someone else about that too. That's something I might be implementing in the future.
Yeah, feel free to hit me up about. Like, I'm happy to help however I can. Like my systems, like I said, aren't real systems.
I need that. What did you do last week? System.
Oh, this is how much you weigh. Okay.
Yeah, that's how much you weigh. I'm gonna have a algorithm. No, but yo, listen, tell the people where they can get in touch with you, and if they want to training or they just want to read some more of your stuff or just check out where's the best place to contact.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, if you punch my name in Google, Mike Vacanti, my website will come up. I have a bunch of information on my blog. It's helpful. I'm also trying to get into the YouTube thing. I've been doing a show where I compare like foods that most people think are healthy when really they're just calories that add up very quickly. And if you're not keeping track, end up trying to lose weight, but not losing weight. Like, I don't know, like granola, for example, a bowl of granola that has like 700 calories isn't probably a great way to start your day for fat loss. So comparing that to a food that people know isn't very healthy, just to see those like calorie macronutrient numbers. So YouTube, Mike Vacanti too.
Oh no, that'd be good. I'm interested in that. Because, well, not interested, but I'm glad that that's happening. Like because like I fucking hate when people say, "Oh man, I eat healthy," because it's like most of the time it's arbitrary, right? It's just like they don't know what they're talking about, and I don't mean it in a they don't know what they're talking about. It's like it's good educating them with that, you know.
Thank you. Yeah, it's going well. I'm liking it.
Yeah. All right. Everybody check that out. I'll put the links in the description, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. All right.
Yeah, this is fun. All right, bro.
Later.